So this picture of two young boys dangling over the side of a cruise ship, sitting on a cruise ship balcony, has been making its rounds on the social medias. And for me, it begs, well, three big questions. Number one is, who's to blame for this? Number two is, I wonder what my wife thinks about this. And number three is, whose dumb kids are these anyways? Bonus question, the real question, is this Carnival's fault? Are we seeing this kind of behavior on cruise ships because of Carnival? Is Carnival corrupting our kids? Okay, I'll answer it now. This isn't even a Carnival cruise ship. I just put that on the thumbnail just to see who would comment. Let's get back to the regular question, the real question. Whose dumb kids are these anyways? Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to La Lido Loca. I am your host, Tony, here to talk about everything going on in cruising. And well, we've got to talk about this picture that is making its way around the internet. I think the picture speaks for itself. I'll throw it up here again. As we can see, two young boys, I don't know, do you think they're teenagers? I don't know how old these kids are, just dangling there. It may be having a conversation, or somebody a couple decks above or having a conversation with them. But this is super dangerous. Looking at this picture, I immediately flashed to news stories that I'd covered in the past of a teenager that fell to his death jumping from balcony to balcony. Of course, of that poor little girl that was dropped by her grandfather out the window of a cruise ship. There are multiple examples of young people passing away when it comes to the sides of cruise ships and falling off the sides of cruise ships. Who are we blaming in this scenario? Do we blame the kids, or are the kids going to get a pass? The old, well, kids are just going to be kids. You know, they might do some stupid stuff that gets them killed, but kids are... Do we blame the kids? Yeah, we blame the kids. This is stupid. We blame the kids. Number two, do we blame the cruise line? Because I know some will. Imagine, if you will, that this picture was followed up by a story of, and then they fell off and now they're not with us anymore. You know that the parents or somebody involved with that family would be suing whatever cruise line this is, saying, well, you should have made it so my kids couldn't fall off the balcony. And, you know, this is, look, is the cruise line to blame? Or the third option is, are the parents to blame? I think yes on that one also. If you are going on a cruise, let me say it loud. If you are going on a cruise and you're taking your kid and you are a parent, copy this picture down. Go find a Google article about the teenager that fell to his demise by jumping from balcony to balcony, and set your kids down and share it with them and explain to them why they should not be climbing on the railing of anywhere on the cruise ship. There was another story a few years back where a kid passed away in the atrium because they fell off the railing inside the cruise ship and fell down several decks because they were on the railing inside the cruise ship. So if you're a parent, this is your responsibility. I know parents, we all want to go on our cruise and have a good time. Some of us just want to, push our kids off to the kids club, but you have a responsibility to keep your children, with us. And so sit them down, have this conversation, and say bad things happen to kids that climb on the railings. I mean, it's for all people, but you could put it in the context of kids. Bad things happen to people in your age group for climbing on the railing of the cruise ship. Whose dumb kids are these? Is it fair to be calling them dumb kids? I don't know. Kids will be kids. I guess people will say that, but maybe a little harsh language will save a life.
I've been accused of being someone who overreacts, so I want to ask somebody who also overreacts, and I want to catch her before she has her morning coffee, but we're in line to get the morning coffee, so it'll be a second.
Who are all these people at $5 getting their coffee? Or Starbucks. Did I say $5? Starbucks.
You did. And I haven't even had my coffee yet.
What? What are you saying? What? Oh, okay, Jenny B.
Yes, Tony.
You haven't had coffee yet.
I have not.
So this is going to be the pure Jenny B early morning reaction. Are you ready?
Yes, it's going to be the kind, sweet Jenny B, even without coffee.
That's right. What do you think of this?
Are you serious?
Who's the blame here, and what should the consequence be?
I mean, like, if if it was our kids.
Would it be our fault or the kids' fault?
I mean, it definitely would be our fault. I'd beat these kids when I got them down.
Ban the parents?
Ban them all.
There you go. I didn't know that I was going to have to beep her out, but her answer doesn't surprise me. We were somewhat strict with our kids. More so stern, I would say, in our words and those kind of things. But we tried to educate them in the best way possible so that they would make the best decisions, which I think most parents try to do that. But certainly, if I had kids in this age range, I would be sitting them down and giving them some ground rules and some warnings about cruising. And one of them would be the don't climb on stuff warning. And then I would also give them the mandatory list of things not to do. Don't slam the door. Don't go into a show late. Don't congregate in the hallways. Don't talk loud in the hallways. Don't be a jerk. All that stuff that parents need to tell their kids before they go on a cruise. I would tell my kids that. But yeah, this is crazy. I'm very lucky that we did not have a follow-up story to this about these kids getting injured. Do you think this is a dangerous situation? Do you think this is cruise kids in danger? Do you think it's much ado about nothing? Who's to blame? And who are we banning? You like staying up to date with everything going on in cruising? Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell. Go ahead and hit that like button. This is Tony for La Lido Loca, and until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.